Okay, so in your opinion, why do you think children should watch theatre?
Well, I think it can be like educational, and like we've got down like we thought like it's very educational, or it can be, and like it has like a moral to it. Like Pinocchio's moral is like don't lie.
And it's also got in it like not to talk to strangers, like Pinocchio does the fox and the cat. And it's also it can teach kids more to be engaged because they have very short attention spans, and it just makes it learning fun for them.
Yeah. In terms of, you've spoken about educational and teaching and moral, what do you think is most important, or what you have to balance in terms of education and entertainment?
I think both are good because obviously like everybody enjoys. Well, I personally enjoy watching theatre, and I can remember from like a young age, I enjoyed watching like when like plays came to my school and stuff. I enjoyed watching it, and like I think most children won't realise that there is an educational thing behind it.
Yeah,
I think you have to balance it out between, because if it's just mainly educational, then kids aren't going to enjoy it at all. So if you have that like area of fun in it, then kids are going to not realise that they're learning, even though they are.
Yeah. What's the purpose of using music in your piece?
Well, I think it's like keep the kids like engaged. Like, so if you're just talking to kids, like just talking, they lose interest. Like if I talk to my little 4-year-old sister and I just talk, she'll just get bored and walk away from me. So like by having like the songs in it, like throughout, it kind of like draws them back into the story.
Yeah, lovely.
And it can also create tension for a scene, so you can also see how characters are feeling without them saying anything. And it introduces new characters as well, like that. Yeah. So a different type of music belongs to a character.
Like when we have the fox and the cat and we go da 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 da.
Almost like a theme.
Yeah, like a theme for the character.
Lovely. And do you think the children will pick up on that as well? Like they'll hear the music and associate it with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Or if they don't, then it'll become apparent as the story goes on.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's quite clear. What techniques have you used to ensure that children of a variety of ages will enjoy your show?
Well, we've got like quite a bit of audience participation, and we all know that kids love audience participation. So like shouting back to us, like, asking them questions, and then we have Dan running around the audience. I don't know how that's going to go, but it'll be fun.
We've got slapstick as well, a lot of slapstick comedy because kids do like find the funny side of it. But there's also the older kids that still find it funny as well.
Can you pinpoint some moments where you think, yeah, that's definitely for a younger audience, or yeah, that's definitely for the older child, maybe 12-year-old as opposed to 5-year-old? Are there any points in the show that you think?
I'd say for the younger kids, when Dan runs around the audience, because kids love to get rowdy and just shout.
And I think for the older children, it's more when Fraser gets kicked up the bum, because I think younger kids will find it funny as well, but older kids, like I find it hilarious when somebody gets hurt.
And also when Elliot poos out the sugar.
Yeah.
I think the older kids will find that hilarious.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I agree. In terms of characterisation, can you each explain how you've approached a specific character in the piece and how you've developed that character?
Well, I play the ticket seller, and I don't have a lot of lines, but like when I first started doing it, I had like quite a high tone voice, and Hilary told me to like lower the tone in my voice, and when I did that, I started to like feel the character a lot more. Like when I had my like normal voice, like it didn't feel as natural, but when I started using the lower voice, the character just came to me more, and like my stance changed, and it just felt a lot more natural.
I play the fox, and I absolutely love Pinocchio, so I watched the film to remember what it actually is. And I focused more on the fox, and I've realised that the fox is very sly, but it's I realised it was kind of a quiet character. So I was like, really the opposite, be really loud and extravagant, and be the proper cheesy, massive pantomime character. Just to have a bit of contrast.
Yeah. And did either of you struggle with any aspects of finding different characters? Because obviously you're all painters and decorators as well. Do you find it difficult transitioning between those two?
No, I don't. No, not really. Like, because like, I'm only in my character for like 4 lines, so like it's probably a lot easier for me to just like quickly switch and then switch straight back to being a painter.
Yeah.
I find it hard to, because I'm on and off for like 3 seasons, I find it hard to remember when I've got to come on and which side I've got to come on for being a fox.
Yeah.
So that gets me muddled up. Apart from that, I find it easy with the voice changes.
So it's like technicalities more than anything. You're actually characters are fine.
Yeah.
Lovely. I think we'll get there.
That's
Thank
fine.
you very much. Well done, girls.
Oh, Chris Nine really ruined it for us.